Okay, day one, guitar tunes. We have coffee, we have notebook, we have Jeff's book with help if need be. Okay, all right. First sip. I think we're finding ourselves in A. So I've just been blabbing some words about what the song could be about, because I quite like this. I quite like, well, you've heard it now with the gives us quite a nice blank canvas, and then some chord things which I'm formulating. But I'm staring at that. I'm staring at Jeff. And maybe to kickstart this week, I literally use this as inspiration. Phrases from it, what I get when I look at it. Let's try. There's a little subhead in there, so you want to be a star. And that's going to kickstart us. I can already feel me thinking up lines and thinking, that's not good enough. But that's not the point, is it, Freddie? Two things. I want to change chords here. I don't think I'm going to explain every time I'm going to do something. It's just more documented. But do you ever write stuff down and you think, that's not my handwriting? Do you ever get that? We're hitting a bit of a wall here. I've got the first verse, and I'm not quite finding yet. I'm staring too much at the chord change sheet, trying to find something in the key, or that makes musical sense theoretically. But maybe I'm trying to force it too much. Okay, let's resort back to Jeff. Stealing words from a book. There we go. There it is. Jeff, he's doing it. I love you, Jeff. Stealing words from a book could be enough of a hook. Okay, I think we've got first verse and chorus. Gonna have a shower, come back to it. Second verse, I'm gonna pop back into Jeff and see what he's saying, what jumps out. Have a conversation. Just done an extra bit. Let's see where we're at now. This is the first draft. No name of the song yet. Little bird told me, so you wanna be a star, are you gonna go far? Word on the street, you're too hot to get cold feet, are you gonna go far? Your mama thinks a golden child shit don't stink, are you gonna go far? Do you believe fame and fortune will set you free? Do you wanna go far? Stealing words from a book can be enough of a hook to steal a second look among the noise of all our shiny toys that distracts us from the void, so we can go far. Have a conversation, sidestep expectations if you wanna go far. It's important to know that some goals can cause sinkholes if you wanna go far. Like with any machine, you gotta power down, take apart and clean if you wanna go far. Stealing words from a book can be enough of a hook to steal a second look Okay, there is a strong potential that we have already finished day one of writing a song every day for a week. I have been, oh, I turned my phone off, didn't I? Bloody hell. I think I've been at this for about 2.5 hours with a shower in between. And so that's come very quickly, and I'm very happy about that, because the song, I don't hate it, which is always a bonus. I think I'm going to come back to it this afternoon, maybe not record it, but let it sink for a couple of hours. I've got to go shopping now. Let it sink for a couple of hours and then maybe come back to it. If this is how the rest of the week is going to go, I am very excited and very pleased. If it does, I'll put it on screen now. Okay, day one, nice, beautiful. Day two. Minnie! Do you mind? Cinema Jim Jams, because today I don't have the nice long open day that I had yesterday. I've got to go to the doctor's. I've got a guitar lesson that's coming over later. So this is going to have to be, the song's going to have to be done in between those things. Now, I sat down just now with my guitar that's in the living room, and I remembered that I'd left it in a drop D. That's the plan anyway. Are you going to let me do that? So I've just been fiddling for a few minutes, and in between that I found this. No, seriously. I think that is our main riff. I'm feeling like a John Martin kind of thing, and then we'll go simple. We're back. It's been a few hours since we last checked in because I went to the doctor's. All good, thanks for asking. But I've been playing around with that drop tuning, and it's not really inspiring me anymore, and I find I'm pushing myself, and I don't know yet whether to try and push through or try something else. So I've just been trying something else, and I came up with a little hum while I was making a sandwich, and I recorded it on my phone, and it's like a, so that could be a little melody idea. And this is speaking to me a little bit more now. Reading the Witcher series, and I opened it up on my next chapter, and the first lines were, well, just look. And I thought, well, that could be, well, look what we've got. That inspired that, well, look what we've got here line, so we'll use that. Had an idea for a chorus turn up. Got the first verse. Look what we've got here. Another case of overthinking, and then another same chords, but I'd rather stay home, like a B section in the verse. I don't know. Da, 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 da. Then back to that phrase again. Da, 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 da. And then a chorus. Dead on arrival. Now I've got the phrases dead on arrival and mistaken idol that come at the end of that chorus line. Dead on arrival. I'm also very aware that this is very country. So the melodies are probably find it elsewhere. Probably subconsciously influenced by other stuff for this, because it sounds very, I'm playing in the boxes here, you know. So, oh, there's my lesson. Okay, lesson's gone. I've had far too much coffee, so we may be, the speed of it might turn to double time now. So I'm going to shut you off for a second so I can dig into some lyrics for that chorus, because then I think we've got a good foundation to move on. But you don't need to see that because that's going to be boring. Transparency is key. So I've got the dead on arrival, which I think is going to be our name. But I have the phrase, if not for the blank, dead on arrival. And the sound I'm hearing, if not for the bong, ong, it's an ong sound. So, for transparency, as stated, I am going to use a rhyming dictionary. Put in the word song, because that's kind of, yeah, like I said, that's the sound of the word that I think should go there, but I don't really know what word should go there or could go there. So I'm using it as a bit of a springboard to see if anything jumps out of me. If not for the something, then I'm dead on arrival. Oh, one of the words there is headlong. I'm heading headlong. Let's put it down. I think there's something in there. Yeah, does that work? Headlong. Yeah, does that work? Excessively quick. Adjective. Excessively quick. We're back. I think I got the first verse and chorus done. So now I'm going to start with the second verse. And I'm going to use the same rule as I did to find the inspiration for the first lyrics, by just falling on a page and see if I want to find the, I want to fit it to da 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 da. I don't want to give myself spoilers by reading bits I haven't read yet. The part that's taking me the longest was this bridge bit, and I think I'm going to be a little bit lazy and just repeat some words at the end. I'm going to go through it now. I'm going to leave the camera on because I don't know whether I should just end with that section or whether it has to go back to another chorus. So I'm going to start from the top and see how we go. Well, look what we've got here. Another case of overthinking. I recognize the fear. Your face betrays the words you're saying. I'd rather stay home. Or maybe I won't, I don't know. There she goes again. Gone with the wind before the dust settles. Heading headlong, the dead on arrival. Singing bad songs by mistaken idols. Carry me home, bring on the revival, so I can get out of my own way. You're always doing that. Saying you are, but I know you're not listening. I recognize the look. Your eyes betray where you are looking. I think I'll go home. Maybe I won't, I don't know. See, there you go again. Never present and always leaving. Hidden headlong, the dead on arrival. Singing bad songs by mistaken idols. Carry me home, bring on the revival, so I can get out of my own way. Survey, breathe in, take a second to check in on the feelings, embrace the winds. Take a moment to glow amongst the roses, invade the sin. by mistaken idols. So carry me home by moving on the revival, so I can get out of my own way. Not the best performance, but they will be in a separate video. Okay, day 2. What are we going to call this one? I think it's either going to be Dead on Arrival. We'll call it Dead on Arrival for now. That's what we're going to call it. Cool, okay. Yeah, it turned out very country, but that's alright. Day 2, done. Day 3. Jumping back on the Laravel today. I'm finding that jumping from one guitar to the other, which I'm in an incredible privileged position to have more than one guitar, but I thought, well, let's use that to my advantage and play others and see how they inspire me. I want to stick to the acoustics because I want these songs to work acoustically. Not that playing them on the electric wouldn't make them work acoustically, but I thought I'd try and stick to acoustic for now. I thought today we'll try capo because we haven't used that yet, and that's on the list of things to use to help inspire. And I sat down and I went like this. Tune in a little bit, but they just came like that. I thought, okay, well, that's pretty standard poppy acoustic thing, so let's keep it like that. And then the chorus. Let's work with that then, shall we? I'm playing around with this melody. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. And I think it's a bit flat. I think I need to... I realised this morning when I sat down and this came through that words are the most difficult thing. So I was thinking I might do one of two things that Jeff suggests in the book. One of which is the word ladder, where you write down 10 random nouns, 10 random things you can see, and then 10 verbs associated with something. So like fishing. And then you draw one to the other, and then try and make a phrase out of that. Or have a conversation. I need to ring my nan. So I might ring my nan, not on camera, and see if anything comes up in that conversation that I could use as a springboard. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so just got off the phone. It was only a quick call because she's off out. She's very busy, is Nanny Marge. Not a lot of nuggets of things that could be used, I'll be honest. I've got the phrase, guess what? They've gone back now. A bit of lunch. What's happening over there? Lovely day yesterday. I'll keep you informed. So maybe there's something in there, the Kickstarters. So let's try, shall we? I started playing around with the chorus first, and I think I've got a little bit of an idea. It's very poppy, and I don't know if it's shit or not, but... So that's the music. With a bit of luck, I can grow it up, so I can be more soft and strong. It's alright, isn't it? Let's work with it, alright? Decaf time. We are heading very much down the poppy route with this one. Chorus is not quite formed yet, but there's a little bit of the verse coming through, which is calling back to the melody that I had. Hold on. See, an interesting thing with all this songwriting nonsense is I often struggle with, is the first thing that comes through the thing that it should be, like the best thing it can be? Because that melody of... dun, 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 hasn't left yet. And so some words have formed over that. The summer breeze is calling me. Nothing particularly wrong with that, I suppose, but nothing particularly inspiring either, which is why I think it's going to be a pretty poppy song. Question: when you're writing lyrics and they come quite quickly, do you question that they're coming quickly? As in, do you think, oh, is this cliche and that's why it's coming quickly? In the comments, because I'm looking at this, I'm on the precipice and just about to fall off of thinking about it too much. Because I think if we're doing a song every day, I don't want to think about it too long, you know, because then you will pick it apart. But you're also balancing with, is this good enough? Am I happy with it? But then I've been very inspired by people like Jonathan Mann, doing a song a day every day for over 16 years, and he's said, yeah, sometimes you just phone it in because you have to. If you're doing it one a day, you know, you can't have a Grammy-winning songs, you can't have a Bohemian Rhapsody every day. So maybe that's today, I don't know. We have it, basically, with a little bit of a bridge, which I'll play now. The last line of the chorus I want to tweak, but I want to let it sit for a while, so the last line of the chorus in this version will probably not be the last line of the chorus in the other video that I'm going to do, where I'm just going to play all the songs and make it a bit nicer. I don't know what the song is called. There's no title on the page yet, but there is now. The summer breeze is calling me, or so it seems, 'cause the sky deceives through blackened clouds, no light allowed, only jokes who I should be. And with a bit of luck I can growing up, so I can suck it up and move on. And with a little help I can improve myself, so I need a cup of something strong. The winter seems an eternity, goddamn conceit, give me sunlight please, the color gray, each and every day drives all my joy away. And with a bit of luck I can grow it up, so I can suck it up and move on. And with a little help I can improve myself, just need a cup of something strong. 'Cause it feels like something's wrong. I cry, where's the song gone? If only I was strong to weather around this storm. And with a bit of luck I can grow it up, so I can suck it up and move on. But with a little help I can improve myself, just need a cup of something strong. With a bit of luck I can grow it up, so I can suck it up and move on. And with a little help I can improve myself, just need a cup of something strong. That's where we're at the moment. I tried to do too many things today. I did some emails earlier on, did some administrative things, and that got my head spinning about other things that I want to do or need to do, and that kind of got in the way of this today, or enjoying it as much as I have the last 2 days. Now the interesting thing is, I would like it, and I think all of us would probably like it, if we could wipe our entire schedule so that all we would have to concentrate on one particular day is just writing the song and focusing on the song. And that's the dream, but is it actually the reality of the world that we live in, because we've all got stuff we need to do, and even our big songwriting heroes will have other stuff that they need to do in the day. So I need to get better at dividing it and being able to jump straight back into the mood of the song and not let other things that I want to do cloud the writing process, but also subconsciously and maybe consciously try to get me to write it quicker so that it's done, so that I can go and do the other stuff. I think that's a bit of more of a personal thing than a universal thing. Let's work on that, because realistically, if I get to a point where my days are mainly revolved around songwriting, I'm still gonna have to do other stuff and reply to emails and you know, look for gigs and think, oh, I've got to make some little videos to promote the new single that's out right now. Link, go and listen to that. It's called Awake Awake. But you know what I mean? I need to acknowledge that maybe today's like today is going to be more the norm. But yeah, day 3 done. I'm going to swear because this is my YouTube channel, but I'm fucking having a great time doing this. Day 4. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, Thursday, 4. I'm hoping that the workers have done their drilling for today, because we're starting later today than we have on previous days. It is currently 25 past 12, and we're just getting started. So I feel a little bit nervous about that, because the last few days it seemed like I have had to give myself some space to let the songs sit, which we now have less time to do. I have a guitar lesson at 4:30 that I need to go out for, so that might be the pause that we have to let the song sink. It's also interesting today, day 4, because it's the first day I've sat down. No, that's not true. The last 2 days I've had a little bit of an idea before I've sat down, or I've played around before I've recorded. Because the noise was going on, I haven't been playing, so I've just been doing some admin shizzle. So this is the first time I've held the guitar today, so I don't know what's going to come out. Let's see what happens. While I was making a sandwich a minute ago, I had a vlog on of a gaming channel I watch. Cut a very long story short, they were playing a MIDI version of Horse with No Name by America. And that made me think, maybe I want to try and find a strummy sort of sound. So that's where we're starting. I think I quite like this. So we're going for the word ladder approach on this one. And in Jeff's old book, he's saying about how we tend to use the same nouns and verbs together. So his example here is smattering of applause. You don't ever hear someone say a smattering of anything else. So that's so he said like a smattering of teeth or smattering of heartbeats, for example. So what he suggests is you take up 10 nouns. His example here is you take 10 verbs associated with a physician, and then you write them down, and then you write 10 nouns that are in your field of vision. If we use his example as a bit of a stepping stone here, and he's like using a physician, let's pick another job. So I thought I would type in top 10 jobs. I'll show you, right? Top 10 jobs, but it came up with top 10 jobs in demand. So let's look at what they are, and if any of them jump out. There's a lot of computing ones. Machine learning engineer, software developer, cloud computing, data scientist, information security analysis. Right, but how can I find... Well, I suppose we just type it in and on the Google, don't we? On the Google. So let's do software developer. Verbs associated with software developer. Action verbs to show your software and engineering experience. Flipping, write them down. I was just looking around at things like, okay, light, bowl. There's a bowl of water on the floor for the cats. Bowl of water. And I'm like, but no, fucking put it down. Okay, I'm not gonna read them all out. If you want, you can pause and have a look. But so that was all our messiness of drawing up the lines, and here we have the verbs associated with a noun. So It doesn't mean that we have to stick exactly with those combinations, but it's certainly a great start. So let's get the guitar and let's see what we can find. And we're off. First thing that came with the words coded was mixed with the word light. I coded the light to guide me home. Oh, babe. I fucking love songwriting. It's funny how sometimes random words together can sometimes appear profound and like, oh wow. We're in an interesting point here. So, when did I start? About 20 past 12, I think it was, 25 past 12. We are now at 1:45. We have something that could be called a song. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to do this song every day for a week thing was to not get stuck on something for too long and to get in the habit of writing, not being too precious, do you know what I mean? Like getting into a good flow for it. Now, I don't know if any of that made sense, but what hopefully will make sense is that I'm now at a point where this song, where I could take my hands off of it for today. Perhaps what I should do is I'll play it for you now in case I come back to it later and think, actually, we'll leave this as it is for now. So I said about the chorus or the B section maybe needing more words, but because it is so word heavy, I wondered whether then maybe it's better just to repeat the same wordy section so there's some sort of familiarity, because otherwise it could be quite dense. It's not a very long song, it's under 3 minutes. Sorry, my sandwich is repeating itself. But what I guess I'm saying is, I don't know whether I think this is done for now, because you can always keep working on it. That's the point I think I'm trying to make, is you can always keep working on a song and changing the lyric here and whatever. Maybe for the point of today and this experiment for this week is that I leave it as it is, because I still have a fair amount of time before I have to leave for my lesson, so I could dig in with it. I think what I'll do is I'll play it, I'll make a coffee, I'll let it sit, potentially come back to it, potentially not. This might be the end of day 4. Oh, before we dig into it, part of this song is directly inspired by a song that I play almost every cover gig that I do, and that's Use Somebody by Kings of Leon, which is a kind of pattern. I've been inspired by it. I tell you what, Kings of Leon, if you think I've been inspired by you too much, don't bother with the lawsuit. I'll just open for you for free. Okay? So here we go. I coded the light to guide me home. I scoped a candle to make me warm. I diagnosed the fault in the extension cord. I engineered my thoughts on a post-it note. Visualized the change we craved and shoved it down the back of a picture frame. Validated the claims we made, curled up with a jaguar on my face. Architected the board games lane, but every Friday night we always play the same. Strengthening the soul for strength, leading to believing every day is a pain. What a shame. Come on, everybody complain. I tested the blankets when you weren't home. I re-engineered your old chessboard. I steered the garden chair down the hall. Planned to make water, couldn't find a bowl. I visualized the chains were great and shoved it down the back of a picture frame. Validated the claims we made, curled up with a jaguar on my face. Architected the board games lane, every Friday night we always play the same. Strengthening the soul for strain, leading to believing every day is a pain. What a shame. complain. Come on, everybody 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 complain. I guess you'll see by the next cut whether I leave it at that for now or we head to day 5. Day 5, you know it's a different day because I'm wearing a different top, which I've noticed whilst editing these things that I had a few days where I was wearing the same clothes. Sorry, but they were different days. We're now at day 5 and I'm well and truly on the struggle bus today. I don't know if it's allergies, I don't know if it's something else, I don't know if it's allergies mixed with something else, but I don't feel too clever. Got a headache and I'm a bit anxious because I have a gig tonight, a long cover gig. So, it is much later in the day than we've started before. It's now 2 o'clock, I've tried to have a nap, tried to get rid of it, taking painkillers, not worked. So we are here now on day 5. Let's see what we can find. Today we're really going to exercise finding something and moving on with it quickly because, as just stated, I feel a bit bleh. I told you it would happen at some point. This is what I've come up with. Because I realised I had that drop D thing the other day that wasn't really inspiring, and then we went off in a completely different direction, but I realised I haven't done something called a detuned yet, so I thought I'd do that now. Can you hear it? I told you it was happening. And the dryer's on as well. I'm hoping you can hear me over the drilling. I think it's going to come back. I'm diving straight into words. I'm thinking just to go with the sound of the... So I'm going... Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, bam, 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 bam. So I'm just gonna find words that fit with that and then fit rhythmically with bam, 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 and see if we can make some sort of sense out of it. Could be a chorus. I don't know what a F it is yet. So this video is going to come out. Next week is going to be the songs on their own. And then the week after that will be a rundown of how I found this process. If you've come to this video from that video, then I would have already said this. But when you alleviate the, oh God, I've got to write a song, and oh God, it's got to be good. If you get those things out of the way, it's pretty easy just to find something. Now, I don't know yet whether this is going to be good, if this song will ever appear in real life after this week of writing a song every day. But I think the last few days have taught me that even when, like today, I don't really feel very good, you can get something out. It's pretty easy to get something out. You know what I mean? I hope I've articulated that well enough. Yesterday I was chatting to my wonderful friend Bert. Put his links below for you to check out. Wonderful singer-songwriter, friend of mine. And we were talking about this process and writing the day and sharing our joint love of Jeff Tweedy. My friend Bert quoted, "There comes a time when it's pencils down." And every time I've done that this week, there is a part of me that's like, but could you do it more? Could you write more? Could you fix some things? Could you go over? And of course, yes. But I don't want to get in the habit of thinking, oh, this is something of a song, that's good enough. I don't want to get ever to the point where I think, oh, that's good enough. But the question, I suppose, is when is it good enough? When do you cut the cord? So what we've got here is verse and chorus, little instrumentally bit, and then a final chorus. Technically, that could be considered a song in many cultures. But like I said, I also feel a bit funny today, so I think we're going to call it there. But it's a point of discussion in the comments. This one's called Ghosts. this time. So damn hard I can't see. I find it's easier to crawl on my knees, confined to this body that just blinks and bleeds. I try, so when I'm slowing down, just give it a squeeze. Staring at me from behind my soul. They never left me, never on my own. This lie that I find I'm choosing to believe is right. When it's all my eyes I want to see, my mind is imploding and it's starting to leak. I'd cry if I think it would help me to sleep. Staring at me from behind my soul. Never left me, never on my own. Never let me get far from home. Never scared me how I love my goals. Staring at me from behind my soul. They never left me, never on my own. Never let me get far from home. They never scared me how I love my goals. Not the best performance. Some slight thingies. Didn't quite get the words out the way I wanted to because it's quite quick, isn't it, in some of it. Very happy with that. Day 5 done. I'm going to rest before my gig later. I'll be wearing another top tomorrow, I promise. Okay, love you. See you tomorrow. We are day 6. It is now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a late gig last night. I didn't get back until 2 o'clock, so I woke up quite late, obviously. Hang out with the lady for a bit. She left, then I had a guitar lesson, who's now just left, and it's so yeah, it's 4 o'clock. We have dinner plans at 6:30 with friends, so that means I have 2 hours. I know I've written songs in around that time frame before, but I haven't done it knowing that I had that time frame, so let's see how this goes. Warming up the coffee machine, and then we'll dig in. So last night I played a cover gig in Antwerp, one of my usuals, and thinking about today's song, I had my notebook out behind me while I was setting up in case anything pops up, and there was a couple there. The bar was pretty empty when I turned up, and I could hear them talking, and I couldn't work out whether they were having an argument or whether they were playing around with each other. So I heard things like, you always crash things open and you always grind your teeth, a phrase about removing skin, and then one of them said, that's deflection, stop deflecting. So there's a few things that I wrote down that I would like to try and get into today's song. So let's see how that goes. Shall we? Okay. Now, I didn't film any of me going through stuff like I normally have done because of time, and as a result we are now at a point where I think I can say, okay, there's a song. Today was always going to be the one that was kind of thrown together as quick as possible. Tomorrow could also be the case as well. But we have something. That was the rule, that we have to write a song every day, and this is now a song. Not the strongest one of the week, I don't think. Certainly how I feel about it now, maybe that will change. But here we go. I literally told you I was going home on Thursday. Why would I ignore you? Why wouldn't I call? How many times did I tell you that my goal's to make you happy? So why would I ghost you? Why would I do that at all? You always crash things open, you always grind your teeth. You got a deflection problem, you're trying to remove my skin. I literally told you you will always be my baby. Why would I say that if it wasn't the truth? But now I've had some time to think that you just might be crazy. Or maybe I'd have a good time if I set you loose. You always crash things open, you always grind your teeth. You've got a deflection problem, you're trying to remove my skin. I left my heart wide open before I knew it, you moved in. You got a deflection problem, you're trying to remove my skin. I remove my skin. You wanna remove my skin. Wanna remove my skin. You always crash things open, you always grind your teeth. You've got a deflection problem, you're trying to remove my skin. You want my eyes wide open before I knew it, you moved in. You've got a deflection problem, you're trying to remove my skin. Right, that was by no means the best performance of that. I feel very tired. I think my voice is showing it. Apologies. But we did it. We've got a song down. Like I've said a few times in this video already, there will be a separate video coming out next week if you're watching this video in real time. If you are watching after the fact, I will hopefully put a link pop up constantly in the video or in the description of the video that's just the songs. That will be performed a little bit better for y'all. Okay, day 6, done. Day 7, here we go. Notebook, guitars, coffee is drunk, still in my gym jams, and I'm wearing no trousers. Let's go. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I am going to do it. Show you what I've got already. I think I kind of enjoy jumping on the first idea I have and seeing how far I can take that, which is what this is. But that would also require for me to, after this week of writing, to go away and learn other stuff, to push myself musically with what I can play or what I can learn, so that hopefully that then seeps back into the initial ideas I have. Because I think if you have your limited chord knowledge, then that's all you're gonna write, you know. If you go on your instinct, if you go on your subconscious thing. Anyway, that's for another video. But so the idea being, I want to try and get that. I want to try and get that bass line in, while with the rhythmic thing. Anyway, so the idea being something like. And then a chorus idea. Something like that. So I'm going to turn you off. Use that as a springboard, and we'll check back in a second. You ready? Let's go. I've got the words there, that's where I'm looking. I'm in trouble yet again. and double tether of my wits end. I can feel myself want to explode. Think I'm running hot, need to slow and get cold. Let go of the need to have control endlessly. Let me know when to meet you when you calm yourself down. My vision's all gone red again. I have no reference to what makes sense. Just trying to keep myself alive. And it's like a power I despise. Let go of the need to have control endlessly. Let me know when to meet you when you calm yourself down. Let know that the need to have control endlessly. Let me know when to meet you when you calm yourself down. When you've calmed yourself down, people will move back into town. You should put your sword down. No need to shout and wave it around. Buried way deep down, there's a peace that's so profound. Words is hard to be found. Once contained, always around. Let go of the need to have control endlessly. Let me know when to meet you when you calm yourself down. Let go of the need to have control endlessly. Let me know when to meet you when you calm yourself down. Let go of the need to have control endlessly. Let me know when to meet you when you calm yourself down. As I said in previous performances of previous songs, not the best going because I'm reading off of that. I'm conscious of the camera on. I'm still finding my way with it, so it's still very raw. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Now, I shall do a proper debrief in a separate video because I'm conscious of time today and I'm worried that I whiz through it too quickly, although that's part of this week's goal is to write songs, so there will have to be some sort of element of time pressure, but as a result I'm worried about following the same formula each time. Not necessarily a bad thing, but then if I have a huge, if I was to write more, I don't want them all to have the same formula, you know. But that's something for a debrief episode. But we did it. 7 songs in 7 days. I feel a little bit sad that I'm not commemorating this moment wearing something nicer than my chili pepper pajama top and having no trousers on. But that's life, right? And that's where we're at. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope it's been somewhat entertaining. I hope it's been somewhat insightful. Writing songs is easy, if you don't really care if they're good or not. But we'll debrief the songs. There'll be another video, either linked in the description, up top, link thing you can click, or if you're watching in real time, it will be next Wednesday, of the songs on their own. No talking, no, you know, bullshit, just mic, and I'll just go through the songs. And then the week after that, if you're watching in real time, then we'll do the debrief when I've had time to let this sink in, let me process what I think of it, what I think of the songs, how it went, blah, blah, blah. But thank you so much for watching. If you got this far and you liked it, please subscribe and follow and all that sort of business. At time of recording, I've released a song on Spotify and all that, wherever you listen to music. It's called Awake Awake. And quite possibly in the next week or so there will be, depending on when this video comes out, I have a new single coming out. But just follow me on the wherever you listen to music, because there'll be more of this. And if you liked some of this, then hopefully you'll like the stuff that I've got coming out. So I'd very much appreciate it. We did it. 7 songs, 7 days. I love you. Goodbye.